like as coaches, especially of sports athletics, we give people opportunities, and once they get to Harvard, it's up to them how to really fulfill those opportunities. But I'm just reading up a note from one of my alumni now, who's like, "Thank you for believing in me," in a 17-year-old girl from a small rural town in New Zealand. And Harvard had been a life-changing experience for her. And that not only because of athletics, that's just because of everything that Harvard had to do or did for her. And she now is becoming a doctor in the United States. And I think that's one of the small little success stories.
My proudest and most joyful time is my alumni weekend. And when my alumni come back, and they do come back in droves, and we have just phenomenal conversations about what being at Harvard in Harvard women's basketball has done for them and meant to them in their lives.
To have such a strong and committed and loyal and supportive group of alumni is a good indication that we're on the right track. We have the Head of the Charles, which is a huge race in the fall, and it's a really fun one. But we have as many alumni in the Boathouse who are racing in masters races or club races, or because they are passionate about the sport and passionate about the experience they had at Harvard, and they love to come back and see what the current team is doing and hear stories that sound very much like the stories they told.
And I think that's why I keep talking about this class at Harvard is as important as many of their classes, because they learn about life and they come back and tell me that. And that's, in a year where I came in second and I didn't win the title, I did win. I did win because Harvard impacts young women.
When you ask many coaches about their top 10 success stories at Harvard, I don't think you'll hear the coach here winning a game mentioned once. I think it's always beyond the game that we will determine success for our teams and our student athletes.
And that's the sort of timelessness of the tradition of athletics at Harvard, I think is what keeps our alumni engaged, but also gives strength and support to our current team. And the fact that we're a very tight-knit community as athletics as a whole. And I think that's a really special quality at Harvard, that the coaches support each other and the athletes support each other. And it just makes it that much more valuable, the experience that you have here.